Hello all, I hope you guys had an opportunity to watch my latest video, my live video. It was interesting to say the least, if I say so myself. Who else is gonna say that if I don't say it? Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Guess what? I was thinking, I told you, right? We bought a lot, and I'm thinking about at this point design, what kind of house I'm going to build over there once I start building. And I've been looking at different designs and everything. And lo and behold, I came across two trends. Okay, one of them is a tiny house, and one of them is a farmhouse. Okay, so here's the thing. So I know that everyone right now is crazy about the tiny house, but I am not getting a tiny house. Okay, I grew up in a shack where I had to share everything with my sisters, with everyone. And I just need my space, especially at this age in my life. I need my space, and I want to be as comfortable as I can. I am not buying the trend that we're supposed to live in tiny houses. I'm not buying it. If I wanted to live in a tiny house, I would get a trailer or I would live in a shack. Okay, again, I know the benefits of it all, that you get to downsize and you get to live really minimally, and you can afford other things like travel, even like your kids' education. But I'm the first generation in my family. No, not really, I shouldn't say that, because my mom did end up buying a house, but even so I was still sharing with my sister, who was a little cuckoo. I'm kidding. She wasn't cuckoo, but I have a lot of memories of us growing up together, and in our house, basically the stuff that we had to go through sharing, right? So I don't want to experience that. I don't want to go back there. I left that world behind. I am not getting a tiny house. You see it everywhere, and I'm like, oh gosh, they're trying to brainwash us into buying tiny houses. I'm not falling for it. I switch the TV as soon as I hear or see tiny house. I'm like, I'm going away. But there's another trend, which is a farmhouse style, and actually I've been following that trend for a long time now, because it's, to me, if I were to build a house in the country anywhere, it's going to be farm style, because it suits my personality perfectly. I'm very traditional in a lot of things, and among those things are making sure that I have the traditional spaces, like a dining room, like a pantry, a full-size pantry with a sink where I can clean and do like a lot of stuff. And also I want to have things like mudroom, like a nice big size mudroom. And so all those little things are not going to fit in a tiny house. Okay, and also because my lot is a waterfront property, I want to make sure that I I have things like outdoor shower and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that I'm hoping to have in my next house. But the issue obviously is that because the waterfront, turning a farmhouse into a waterfront property is kind of going to be tricky, because farmhouses are kind of have the old style, like panes. That, the modern farmhouse, I understand that they've changed the style a bit, but overall it's still rooted in the four panes per window, that kind of thing. And so because of that, it's going to be a challenge to make it a waterfront. So I have two options to say, okay, I'm going to forego a farm style house completely for my waterfront property, or I'm going to, a few years from now, sell this house, build a farmhouse somewhere, or build a farmhouse in South Africa. So I have three options: build a farmhouse in South Africa, build a farmhouse here in America, or build a farmhouse as a waterfront property, which I've seen some where they've actually taken advantage of the views and everything. But a farmhouse is supposed to be, I would say, not a waterfront property, but you can make it work and it can look beautiful. The modern farmhouse is like, it's all the rage right now. but at the same time, it's not designed for waterfront living. So I'm having a big dilemma here, but I'm hoping, to be honest with you, to make a decision soon. If I don't build a farmhouse in America, I'll build a farmhouse in South Africa, even if it's a small version of the farmhouse. And hopefully I know anywhere I build in South Africa, except for Cape Town, it will fit. So, but I just had to say this because I'm like, are you kidding me? It doesn't make sense. Like when I see these little tiny houses, I'm like, no, I'm not going there. I'm not going back there. So, do you have a tiny house? If you do, let me know. And if I offended you, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. But if you agree with me, please say so, because I don't get it. But when it comes to the farmhouse, I'm so in love, and I wish I could afford to build one right now while it's still trendy, because I know by the time I can afford to build that farmhouse, it'll probably be out of style. But there are things that will never go out of style for me, like a huge pantry. That's like a chef's kitchen, like not a chef's kitchen, but a prep kitchen where I can prep. And I will have it somewhere in the world. So, but anyway, I thought I should share that. Farmhouse or tiny house? Choice is clear to me. Okay, bye guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay positive.